Now, we won't be able to make this pick in the next minute 15, and it's not actually a pick. It's actually just listening to Coach McCarthy describe how he thinks tonight's game is going to go. And if he was to be making a pick off of how we hear his words, like we basically making a pick for him whenever he describes the word, he'd be 5-3 right now.
Not
In the
bad.
playoffs.
That's not
Pretty
bad.
good.
We won't be able to get that in here in the final moment. Coach McCarthy chit-chatting about that. But we will continue digitally on YouTube, TikTok Live. I think we're also on ESPN Plus. We're on Disney Plus. I think.
Yep.
Yes, we
We're
are.
currently
Still
on
doing
Disney Plus. All those digital things we will continue. And Coach McCarthy will break down what the game's going to happen. And we got 30 seconds to fill here, Coach, until the ESPN show ends. Any messages for the cafes or restaurants out there that are following along across the country, Coach McCarthy?
Yeah, quickly, 5-3. That's bullshit, but we ain't got time to get into that. But Baltimore, I think clearly is getting healthy. You know, Miami. You look at these two teams statistically. There's a lot to sort through here. But I think Baltimore is. I watched them play. Last week. I like what they're doing. I think getting Lamar back. Staying balanced on offense will serve them well. But I don't even know what the points are. You usually tell me what the points, but
7.5. 7.5, Coach.
Ooh,
7.5.
here we
go, Coach.
7.5. Yeah, 7.5.
a lot of points.
On the road.
Not a division game.
division game.
Division, yeah, Coach. Division game's tough with all those
Big
points.
night for the
Mark
teal and the
from
white.
Miami.
Big night for the teal and the white.
Oh, Tua's fresh. He's wearing a visor again.
Clean.
He's wearing a visor again.
It's playing. No, I really like Miami's front. I think clearly you look at them on paper, they're starting to produce. I mean, the pass defense is something that it'll be interesting if Baltimore tries to get after them there. But both teams run the ball well. Turnover ratio will probably be a big deal in this. I think one's -5 and one's -6. So whoever takes care of the football will probably prevail tonight. So there's some evolutionary comment right there.
Yeah, it is. It really is evolutionary, because the stat you need to look for is the turnovers normally and see who wins the game. I forget what the percentages are, but if you win a turnover battle by like 2, I think it's like a 75.
3+.
Yeah, I think whatever. Yeah. And then 3+ is some absurd number. And then obviously if you're able to take care of it. Let's go to one half of the hammer.
Dahn.
Cowboys at Bubba Gumpino. What did you hear Coach McCarthy say there? How does he think the game's going to go? And what are your thoughts on his thoughts?
Sounds like he was leaning Baltimore until the spread was spoken of. So I think he's leaning Fins to keep it tight tonight by the sounds of things.
Yeah, he said both teams can run the ball well. We heard him talk about the trenches earlier.
Yeah.
AJ, what did you hear from former ball coach here, what he was saying?
I heard the coach might be leaning Baltimore. He said they're getting healthy. Lamar wants to put on a show, and he thinks that Dolphins that win may have gone to their head a little bit. They're taking them easy.
That's interesting. So Dumpy says one way, AJ says the other way.
Classic.
At Toxic Tab, are you just as befuddled as I am in this entire process, Ty?
Well, like we mentioned, with it being 7.5 and kind of starting on Baltimore, it's not a division game. It's not too many points for a division game. So I think Coach is going to stick with the Ravens here.
Yeah, it's the biggest put up or shut up game of all time, you could argue. Lamar, put up or shut up. You got rid of all of our fun games. You better go out there and play your ass off. And on the other side is Tua. You've been bumping your gums about how the leadership sucks. And you got a huge win on Sunday. You can go from 1-6 to 3-6 in 6 days. Time to put up or shut up.
Yeah, I think it is big time put up or shut up.
Yeah.
Put up toys or shut up for Baltimore.
Yeah.
Put up something or just see ya, I guess, is kind of how Dolphins fans might be feeling.
Yeah.
So how does he feel, you think?
I don't know.
He's a big pull-up, show-up guy, it feels like.
Yeah.
I think he just had a homecoming back to Pittsburgh. He know Lamar's having a homecoming back down to Miami. I think he's a big night for the purple and black.
Oh, because he had a great night back in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but that team
was there.
That team in the homecoming didn't have the best night.
Yeah, the away team.
Oh, yeah, you're right. In the ass uniforms.
So it's 7.5.
That's
All
not.
right, I'm going to go against the grain here. I'm going to go Baltimore.
Wow.
All right.
Not division game.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
That's not.
I don't like. That's a lot of points, but
Dumpy, you say what? As Tone tells us, the percentage that is on the public and the percentage that is with the sports book, and any other fun factoids about tonight's Thursday night football battle.
Tonight, the Ravens are minus 7.5 heading down to Hard Rock. They are getting 69% of the bets against the spread, which is the same exact percentage as the Chiefs on Monday night when they took care of business down there. It is 7.5 across the board. You cannot get it any other way.
Okay, over under 51.5. Where's that rank amongst
That's
the
pretty
season?
high. It's a pretty high NFL total.
Especially
They're
for
both
these two.
over teams, though.
Go on, go.
Okay.
Dolphins been over. Their defense looked better last week. Like I said, I've been saying it all week. They started using 6-0 linemen. They averaged over 7 yards a play when they did that. They got to stick with it. But if they fall behind and they get pass happy, that's when they're going to get into trouble.
Your confidence level pretty high.
I've been so negative when they lose that since they won and look so good, I got to ride the wave. I got to support the boys right now. Malik Washington touchdown tonight is plus 400, I think. He's been the second guy since Tyreek has got hurt. He returns kicks and punts.
Dog.
He's electric. 6th rounder out of Virginia last year. I love him.
Baby Gumps. Thank you, Gumpy.
Is Marlon Humphrey playing? Do we know?
Don't.
Playing ping pong?
Yeah,
No.
that's what I'm saying.
Not playing ping pong.
He's on that field.
They're not playing ping pong over there. We appreciated Lamar being the one coming out and saying it was me. We were taking the TVs out too. I'm about sick of it. We don't need to.
Yeah, Mr. Steve.
We're all doing that. Mr. Steve,
Steve.
thank you for the TVs. Mr. Steve, we love these TVs, but just can't have them. Take the remotes, unplug them. Can't have power to the locker room. We need to lock in. They do, but people think they're going to. People think they're going. Sportsbooks think they're going to lock in and going to run. I think that's just because of our belief on who this Baltimore Ravens team is, even though this year with our eyes, and we're getting pretty deep in the season now. Okay, we just had our midseason awards. Okay, we're getting pretty deep into the season. Our eyes are kind of telling us something that maybe they aren't who we thought they were. And does that make sense because we haven't seen them with Lamar over the last few weeks? No. So that's why tonight, on prime time, with the world watching, Lamar returned to Miami. He's going to go absolutely ham, AJ Hawk? Is that what you're expecting from Lamar Jackson?
Yes, that would be my prediction. I'm taking the Ravens minus 7.5 on the road tonight. I think he comes out there and, he's a jolt of energy for this Ravens team, and they play well on offense and defense.
I will be doing the exact same, strictly because I've been, traveling with a Miami Dolphins fan. I feel like I know this Dolphins team pretty well. I feel like I know their players. I know the way they operate. I know the way ownership likes to operate. I know the way general manager / president / guy who has a lot of say for a long time down there likes to operate. Just certain things, I think, not necessarily every single day of his life or their lives, but just their worst decisions for sure. I'm hearing about those on a regular basis. And in my eyes, see some stuff. And it's like, yeah, that seems to match up with everything that I'm hearing from, lifelong fan of team who is just, what are we doing? What do we do? From the offseason when they traded away all their good players. And then said, yeah, we're trying to try to win this year. It's like, well, yeah, we got to figure it out. Did you guys get rid of the drama that was in there? No, it's still on. We got rid of actually the people that like this team and were like proud to be on the team. So it's like, okay, so what is the plan down there? And then it starts going the way that it's going, and you immediately think to yourself, like, I guess Miami Dolphins fans could probably say that this was going to be ass from the very beginning, but they had a blind optimism strictly because they had seen success in the past. And in my eyes, they have a huge win against the Falcons. That was awesome.
Massive.
Huge win. Is that enough to just swing the pendulum to be able to stop the Lamar Jackson momentum that's coming that everybody's expecting, including sportsbooks who are risking a lot of money by saying they think he's going to come back and dominate, and they seemingly are right on a regular basis? I like the Baltimore Ravens as well. And this Miami Dolphins experiment thing, it's going to be fun to talk about like 10 years from now. Like it is good. Because they could still they have all the talent down there.
For sure.
And legitimately, just like Dolphins fans were able to sell themselves on this Dolphins team, that's still all there. Now, granted, no Tyreek Hill, so that is a game changer for his electricity. But still, offensive innovation, a quarterback that can make great decisions, get the ball out quickly, defense can make some stops. We've got some special teams. We've been able to win games in the past. It's like this Dolphins team has everything that could get. And Waddle's faster than everybody still.
Fast.
And, we hope to see a lot of Waddle in it. We hope he Waddle in the end zone a couple of different times just because he is electrifying. So you can get caught up in the wait a minute. The Miami Dolphins are the team, and maybe they are. And maybe tonight they prove it to everybody that what you had seen with them isn't actually who they is. And then on the flip side of that, maybe last week was the anomaly.
Possible.
And maybe this Baltimore Ravens team figures out how to play defense.
Yeah.
I like the Baltimore Ravens tonight, -7.5, strictly because I can bet on Lamar Jackson with clear conscience. It's tough for me to do that on the other side.